Hello and welcome to the Peak Endurance podcast. I am your host, Isabel Tate, and with me is.
He's Ron Tate, and he's shaking his head right now.
I almost got it.
You almost got it, but I noticed you almost went too early.
Criticizing me. Sorry, what do you mean I was going to say peak endurance
You
coaching
almost started before it actually started recording.
because I was so nervous.
So
I had
nervous.
performance anxiety. Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
why you're so
Like I'm
nervous.
sweaty.
It's like what 200 in now, and you're still nervous?
285%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only just a recent thing. I never used to have a problem with the intro. It's only been in like the last five podcasts.
Yeah, that's right.
It's become a thing.
Gone to pieces.
I don't know what it is.
So welcome, folks, to the
Yeah.
Peak Endurance podcast.
Yes.
I hope you've had a good week.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you, Ron?
I have. I've managed to run in all conditions,
Mm.
every single condition.
Snow?
No, I missed snow,
Ah,
but did get
so not
hail.
really all the
I
conditions.
did get hail,
Yes.
but lots of rain,
Yep.
bit of sunshine,
Yep. Heat.
and freezing cold wind.
Yep.
So yes, we've had a little bit
Well, you
of
do live in Melbourne. What
yeah,
the hell do you expect?
yes, that's right.
Right? And probably the hail and the sunshine were on the same day,
Yeah,
even.
that's right. Yeah, start of the run and the finish of the run.
It's been crazy,
Yeah.
crazy here. The other morning I got up and it was colder here in Melbourne, 3 weeks till Christmas, than in Calgary, where it's nearly winter. I was talking with my daughter and it was colder here.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
mental. And my friends were posting, Tony Gordon posted about a run they did up at the mountains where I used to run, no snow. And one of my athletes sent me a video of Mount Hotham with bucket loads of snow. And I'm like, it's not snowing in the Canadian Rockies, but it's snowing in the Victorian high country.
Yes.
Madness, sheer
Yeah.
madness.
A month out from summer for us and a month out from winter for them.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is it really a month out? Because they don't do it like us by calendar
Yeah,
because
well,
they're allowed to use their brains and use the moon.
yes, I think it starts the 21st or 22nd of December rather
Which,
than
well, that's the winter solstice.
yeah, and
So it
that's when
starts on the
solstice.
solstice,
Yeah,
does it? Oh.
yeah.
But that's when the days start getting longer. Why would it be then?
I don't know.
That's stupider.
Well, there you go. You said they get to use their brains, or that's what their brains do.
I actually do prefer our system because I don't want to have to use my brain. I like to just go, December the 1st, it's summer.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have to think about whether the moon is waxing or waning. So, so you've run in all weathers. You did another quality session.
Yeah.
You were going to go out. I said to you, God damn, it's like you don't listen to me. Sorry, I'm doing all that clearing the throat stuff again. I said after gym, so what are you going to do for your quality session? 3-minute intervals. I'm like, Ron, were you even there when we did the podcast? And you're like, what? And I said, when I get back into quality work, when I've had a break, which normally isn't as long as the break you've had, I start with 1 minute, then I go on to 2 minute, then I go on to 3 minute. And, I've been doing strides before that, but I didn't want to, burst your brain with making you do strides because I know you haven't got it programmed into your watch. So I said, just do 1 minute intervals for the love of God. So what did you do?
1 minute intervals.
Well done.
Because you're the boss.
Yeah, right. Yep. You like to give people that impression, but it's not actually the truth at all. You just do your own thing.
So yes, I did 1 minute intervals. Yeah. So just around the local park again.
Yep.
Nice and flat.
Yep.
And it was a nice day for running that day. I picked a good one for that one.
Yep.
Running home from the gym on Tuesday was when I got hit with rain and hail. We were at the gym, and while we were there, it just started bucketing down, really loud. And I made the big call. I said, no, it's going to stop, and it won't rain until I get home.
And you forgot to bring a hat too, which was a smart move.
So then I started my run, and I got about a kilometre down the road, and it started coming down. And another 200 meters down the road, and it started hailing.
And I drove past no, I didn't see you, but
No.
I would have driven through a puddle if I had.
Thank you.
So my week's been right. Did I get rained on? I can't remember. Or was that
you did. Yeah.
Tuesday? Because Tuesday was biblical rain.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. You actually got the less rain than
Yes.
me. I had that was the first time all year I've worn a raincoat, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that's right.
And I wore it for pretty much the whole run, and it was pretty horrible. Because I was doing quality as well, so it was a bit ordinary in my super squishy sort of speedy shoes that didn't love the rain.
It was still wet 2 days later.
Yes, yeah, they were, weren't
Mm,
they?
mm.
I mean, I was drenched. I was like a drain rat. But that session went well. And then Wednesday, I went and did 20 Ks up in the hills with 700 meters climbing. Then Thursday, I did 1.5 Bellevue.
Yeah, waited.
And yes, weighted. And as I was saying to Ron, it's amazing. It just goes to show where my strengths lie and why I seem to get better in like 100 milers when, everyone else starts to fade. Because like after the first one, normally I only do one because oh my God, that's so tiring. I did one and I was like, oh, okay. And I only poured 1.5 liters out. So I still had 3.5 liters running down the
Mm.
hill. So I took it fairly easy because my left knee was a little bit, what the hell are you doing? Um, and then I got to the bottom, put all the water back in, managed to also pour it all over my pack. So I put this big, soggy, drooping pack back on. Um, and so it was back up to 5 kilos because I brought extra because I kind of had a feeling I might spill a bit. Um, and I only did half of it. I did 2 Ks instead of the full 3.5 K because I like to take it easy when I'm not easy, gradual when I'm building up my quality sessions, but also because I was meeting my friend. We were going into a seminar thingy in the city, and I didn't want to be late because I knew she was stressing. Um, anyway, so I did 2 kilometers up, and I swear it was faster than the first 2 kilometers of my first one.
Mm.
And I just wanted to keep going to see how much faster I could have been. But I was
Yeah,
feeling like my legs felt sore and more tired, but I felt better. It was super weird, but it just goes to show that's what my strength is, just
yeah.
just to keep powering, and that when my body starts to hurt like that, that's kind of almost when I thrive a bit.
Yes, I mean, we always say, comment on how you have a diesel engine.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
yeah,
And how I
when things
tend
get hard, you kick into low gear and you just keep on going.
chugging away, but I actually felt really good. And then today I got up to do my easy run, and once again it was shit. Like I've just been noticing my Friday runs have been shit, like shit, horrible. I hate every minute. I feel fucked. And then I had an epiphany.
Oh,
Mm. I've upped my training on my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Tuesday's
yes.
quality, Wednesday's a long run with a fair bit of climbing. Thursday's, it was 15K, but it was over 600 meters of climbing and it was with a 5K pack.
Yeah.
So I've really upped my training. I also do strength work on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go to yoga on Tuesday, I go to Pilates on Wednesday. And then suddenly I'm always stuffed on a Friday.
Yeah.
So what I've realized is I haven't upped my carbs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I've just been eating normally, and like I've been having this issue where when I eat, I feel like I get really full. I have a few
Yeah.
bites and I'm really full, and it's really annoying. So I'm not even finishing a lot of my meals because it feels like I'm super full. I'm not, because 45 minutes later I'm hungry again, but by
Yeah.
then I've thrown out the food or put it away or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, but like yesterday, I was hungry after the gym, but I didn't eat anything because I thought, oh, it's too close to dinner. And as it is, I struggled to eat my dinner. But I think I should have eaten something. And then maybe today I would have felt better because I was super hungry by the time dinner came around. And even though I was super hungry, I still felt sick and couldn't keep eating.
Yeah.
I mean, I made myself. I literally made myself because I know how important it is. I've looked into it. It looks like it's hormones. I'm guessing, that it can happen with progesterone, drops in progesterone, that can cause that feeling of being full when you're not actually really, but you got to, and so it's recommended that you eat smaller meals and maybe even have liquid sort of calories, especially because of the amount of work I do,
Mhm.
like physical training. I do a lot, and obviously I haven't upped my carbs or food, and and I think that's why I've been feeling shit on Fridays, and potentially why Saturday long runs have been such a struggle for me too.
Yeah. So
So,
maybe what those snacks you need to have those snacks.
well, did you notice
Mm.
I've eaten more so far today?
Yes.
I had 2 wraps at lunch
Yeah.
instead of 1 or 1.5. I just had a bowl of cereal then, which I normally would never do, but I mean, I wasn't particularly hungry,
Mm.
but I just want to have some carbs in me for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I've done that, and I mean, I feel really, ugh, but it was like an old, like it was a tiniest bowl. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
much, was it?
No, it wasn't. No,
Like
it
it was
was.
tiny,
Yeah.
but I feel like I've just eaten a mountain. I haven't. And I drank it with normal milk, not lactose free.
Ooh,
So
someone's
beware.
going to pay for
You.
that. Yeah.
No, so far I'm all right. I forgot to take some lactase, but yeah. Anyway, um, so where was I going?
So
Yeah.
yeah, you've been a bit low on energy, but
So I think it's
yeah.
the epiphany is that I think it's lack of carbs.
Hmm.
Then another epiphany. I was listening to a podcast today, and it was with a nutritionist, and she was talking about runners, and she was saying for runners who eat a really healthy, clean diet and don't eat much processed foods and don't go to restaurants much and all that sort of stuff, which is
Which is
us,
us, yes.
that we actually don't have enough salt
Oh,
in our
right.
diets because we generally don't add salt to
No,
our meals, right?
no, I don't add salt,
No,
or very
and you
rarely. Yeah.
think about it, I go to hot yoga like 3 to 4 times a week and sweat like a mofo.
Yeah.
I do all this running and I sweat heaps, and we're not having salt.
Mm.
And yet I still drink a lot, but my body's not able to retain it. Hence, why I don't sleep well because I'm up 450,000 times. I counted, and that's how many it was.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to go and
Yeah.
and it drives me literally insane. So today I put a sachet of Element in a drink bottle. Didn't use one of my nice clean water ones. I
Mm.
wanted to keep it,
Because you want that taste.
because I don't want that old
I was
taste.
wondering what that bottle was.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised you didn't ask, but
I thought it was one of the ones that you'd use to fill your pack while you're out on your
yeah, no, no,
runs.
no, no, no. I
Yeah.
wouldn't use my good water for that.
Oh, I didn't know what sort of water was in it.
Yeah, but I only drink my good water.
Yes, but it was just a bottle sitting in a dish drainer. I didn't know what
Oh,
was
I
in it.
see. Okay, okay. You didn't
Yeah.
know I was drinking out of
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I got it now.
Yes.
Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I've drunk a whole bottle with electrolytes in it because I
Mm.
also think perhaps the fatigue is to do with lack of
Yeah.
electrolytes
Okay.
too, and not being salted up enough, so to
Mm.
speak. It was horrible. Like everyone goes on about how nice the Element is, and it was like, yeah, it tastes fucking salty. Surprise, surprise. They sort of put some horrible flavor in it to try and mask it. I think it was
Yeah.
watermelon or something
Oh, right.
rank.
Yeah.
Um, and also those sachets, I've had them for a while, so it's about time I use them. They're
Yeah.
probably well past their best before date, which is a crock of
Because
shit anyway.
I guess sodium,
Yeah, like
that doesn't go off.
no, none of it doesn't go off. It's
Yeah.
best before. It might
Yeah.
cake up, that's all.
Yeah.
It hasn't, so it's fine. But yeah, I bought them a
Right.
few years ago.
Mm.
Yeah, 2, 3, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see. Like, I just think, obviously, I won't magically be carb loaded for tomorrow just because
Mm.
I've eaten a little bit extra today. It's something I've got to be more mindful of on my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday runs, is actually eating a bit more on those days
Yeah.
because clearly the Friday run, it didn't used to feel this bad. It used to be, I used to look forward to doing my easy run because it was like, oh, I've done hard work yesterday and now I can do an easy run. No,
Yeah.
it's just awful. And it's like, why was it did I feel so good like before my Thursday run? I'm like, yeah, I feel good. And today it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
death warmed up. And all I could think is carbs.
It's your third week. Oh, sorry, the fourth day in a row
Yeah,
after 3 days of
hard work.
hard work. Yeah.
So it's like, come on, you know what it's like. Like I'm a coach. If it was my athletes, I'd have spotted it straight away. But
Yeah.
that's why they have a coach because when it's yourself, you don't notice
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
But I think it only took me a couple of weeks. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty,
Yeah.
I'm not fussed about that because, um,
And you are always looking for a solution if there's
yeah,
something.
yeah. If something feels off, and
Yeah.
that's why I mean I listen to my body like I really do, and if something's not right. I will, pull out all stops and to figure it out. And
Yeah.
I just was like, there's got to be a reason because I was feeling fine yesterday, great the day before. So what's changed? And
Yeah.
the only thing that's changed is I've done all that work when I'm feeling great. And then, your
Yeah.
body has a limit, like
Yeah.
every human body, even diesels. So, yeah, so I'm upping my carbs today, even though I don't particularly want to because I don't feel like it necessarily, but that's not the point. The point is my body needs it.
Yeah. Also, what we haven't spoken about, the elephant in the room, is last Saturday. Speaking of feeling shit and shit weather,
Yes.
we went
Oh,
out
du
went out for
liebe Zeit.
last Saturday, our long run, and we had
And this is something, and sorry, but why everyone's calling it an elephant in the room is every time we've gone out for a Saturday long run, we've felt shit.
we
And which is why I've said that maybe that's also to do with carbs and
yeah,
perhaps for you too.
yeah.
But anyway, sorry, go
We've
on.
been struggling a bit lately. So on
And Saturday was the
Saturday,
icing, the proverbial
oh,
icing on the cake.
we it started off um,
Well,
running for
Friday we looked at the app.
yeah, looked at the app and it looked like it was going to be pretty awful, raining
Everything done,
all
all
day.
like a heap of meals. I can't remember what it said it was going to be, but it was like, oh,
Yeah, and we set off in the morning, and it was a just a misty, you know, awful
almost
misty.
like low cloud.
Yeah, and we're running towards the hills, which are only not very far away, and we couldn't see them. They
Yep.
were hidden, well hidden in the cloud.
Ron cracked some good dad jokes about
Yep.
where are we running to? And I'm like, yep, whatevs.
They amuse me, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Good, good.
And yeah, the further we ran, the harder the rain
And
got.
I wore a hat from the get-go, not
Yeah,
even a peak, a proper hat because I knew it was going to rain. So
yeah.
yes, go on.
It just it just got harder and harder
Mm.
gradually. Then
Colder and colder.
colder and colder. We got to the top of the hills.
Lyrebird, because we'd done a few climbs. Like
We had
we had done a fair bit of climbing. We had done about 1,200 meters of climbing. It was
I think
17,
yeah.
18, 17 Ks or something we were
Yeah.
at with 1,200 meters climbing. And what had happened was we'd stopped down at the loos at the bottom of Lyrebird, and before that I'd been sort of beating you up the hills.
Mm.
I think I lost the will to live.
Yeah.
And like I was just like, oh, this is
Yeah.
horrible. And you beat me up that hill
I
because
did.
it wasn't that I just lost strength because I lost mental strength. And
Yeah.
which just goes to show how much your mental strength influences your
Yeah.
physical strength. I didn't lose any physical strength. It was my mental strength that went, and then I couldn't, I was
Yeah.
stuffed.
Yeah.
So then guess who called it at the top?
We got to the top and
And I said, we should go this way, that way, and that way. And you went, yeah. And I'm
yeah.
like, I don't want to do this. And you went, neither do I.
Because
It was
yeah,
just fucking horrible.
the
It was
wind
pissing down.
the pissing down, the wind was cold
We were
and we were
drenched, like
just
soaked, like
soaked through.
unbelievably soaked.
And we were just miserable.
It
Like
was just
we just
shit.
weren't enjoying it at all.
There
So
wasn't even a skerrick of enjoyment.
so
So we pulled the
we
pin and went,
stopped immediately,
yeah,
which meant then we had to run for 7 kilometers to get home.
yes,
So
that's right. We pulled the pin. That's it. Run's done. Now we've
yeah,
got to run home
yeah.
7 kilometers.
So we pulled the pin at
Ooh.
around 17 to 18 Ks, but we still ended up doing 25 Ks because we
Yes,
had to get home.
yes. And like we got home and I went and I mean, obviously we took our shoes off and then I went and stood in the kitchen to empty my pack and do a few things. And I went to walk away and there was literally the world's biggest puddle on the ground just from the rain that had dripped off me. I had to get a towel to mop up the drip. And I hadn't even realized, like, because once you're that wet, you don't even notice
Yeah,
how wet you are. But the water that it was literally running off me, the water. There was the
yeah.
hugest puddle. It was crazy. I've never
Mm.
been that wet that's such a big puddle
Yeah.
before, ever.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we made the right decision
Yeah, yeah.
in
And
just
and I was stuffed after that. I think it's actually tiring for your body to keep itself warm
yeah,
and that sort of thing. And your focus is required. Like you've got to expend a lot more mental strength in those situations
yes.
just to deal with it.
It
Um,
was quite slippery.
and like when we were at the top and Ron said to me, oh, and I said, oh, I feel like we should keep going. And you said, but why? I said,
Mm.
oh, to develop my mental strength.
Yeah, so I said, you've been developing your mental strength. That's that's something that you work on really well.
And I
I don't
said,
think,
yeah,
yeah,
and then I said, yeah, but what about when we're in England? I pulled out of a race because of a bit of rain.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, I pulled out just because a bit of rain. I said, that
You
wasn't
go,
just a
that is
bit
the most British thing I've ever heard.
That's right. I said that wasn't just a bit of rain. It was sideways rain, whiteout conditions, no course
Markings,
markings. I said that
no mobile
no
reception.
mobile reception. I said that wasn't just a little bit of rain. So, but
Yes.
yeah, so we common sense prevailed, and we,
Yeah. Because
we
ultimately
had
we're not, or I'm not. specifically training for anything at the moment. Ron
Yeah.
never specifically trains for anything.
Yeah.
I'm not specifically training for anything at the moment. I mean, I kind of am, but it's complicated.
You're in the building phase though, so
Yes, yes. But
one,
ultimately, it's not going to make or break me. Like I've got
yeah,
plenty of big runs ahead of me that I can get
yeah,
done. So it's okay if I just did 25Ks. And we went out, and then the next day I was thinking, oh, maybe we should do 20Ks. And I
mm,
just couldn't be asked. I was,
yeah,
admittedly, it was, hormonally, it was that
yeah,
time of the month. So I was like, couldn't be fucked. So we
yeah.
didn't.
No,
So
so
we just did
12
12Ks.
Ks and had some fun in the mud.
Yeah, it was actually really good fun. We went up
Yeah,
to Fernie and it was
it
awesome.
was
Like it was Ron's idea, and I think Ron doesn't say it, but I can tell when he's like, "Oh shit, I feel guilty because it's so muddy and Isabel won't be liking this." And it's like, A, who are you to say what I like and don't like? But B, I love it. Like I love
yeah,
running in the mud. Like it was so much fun. It was like I think you said it was like being kids and the
yeah.
closest you can
It's
get to
it's
being a
it's
kid and
the
playing in the mud.
adult version of playing in the mud as a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, it was just so much fun. And my new shoes that I'd kept relatively clean for about a month looked terrible.
Yeah,
They will never look the same again, but
yeah.
that's all right. I
And
don't really care.
I did pick up a leech, which is
Yes,
still itchy on
I
my calf.
did offer my cortisone
Yeah.
cream.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, it was just awesome. It was so muddy and slippery and sloppy, and everyone that we met was like, "Oh my God, it's so muddy." I
yeah,
think that old guy we first saw, I think
yeah,
he loved it
yeah.
too.
He had a big smile on his
Yeah,
face when he was
yeah,
telling us.
yeah, that's right. So, but some of the other people, they were like trying to tiptoe around puddles and that, and we're just like, why? What is
Yeah,
the
that's
point?
right.
Literally, what is the
Uh,
point? So that was
yeah,
good
that
fun.
was good fun.
Yeah, and yeah, so that was
Yeah,
that. And then so I feel like I said to Ron, originally I was saying last weekend, oh, we'll do a flat run next week, meaning tomorrow.
yeah,
But then I said to Ron this week, no, I need to get this monkey off my back. I've got a monkey on my back that I can't seem to do this 35K run with climbing. Like we just haven't done it. We've set out to
yeah.
do it 3 weekends in a row and we have not done it.
We've
We have
come
not,
close,
we've come close.
but we haven't done it.
And not only have we not done it, well, when I say I've whinged the whole way or not enjoyed it. We've both struggled
Yeah, we have.
essentially
Yeah,
with it. It's like, I'm sick of this. I need to get the monkey on my, like I used to be able to, 35Ks was bread and butter running.
yeah,
Like it's nothing. Even with that amount of climbing, it shouldn't be that freaking hard that I can't feel like I can't do it. So we're going
yeah,
to do it. That's why I'm really upping my carbs today. And yeah, we'll
yeah,
see. Hopefully we've got better news for you next
yeah.
week.
That's right.
Because I want to get up to 40Ks, 45.
Yeah,
How can I do that if I can't even do 35K at the
seems to
moment?
be a real mental barrier.
It's a mental barrier because, like I said to Ron, I went out for 20Ks on Wednesday, which was 700 meters climbing. And you got to remember, I ran there from where we live. So that's about 8Ks of flat road running. And obviously, run up the mountain, but then I got to run down again. So that 700 meters was in a short, it was steep, is what I'm getting at.
Mm.
Well, like 20Ks, I felt great. I was having fun. It was good. Yet I can be 15Ks into that 35K run and hate my life,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
right? And I can't seem to do it.
Mm.
So it's definitely a mental block as well. Even if there is a bit of physical, not enough carbs, I can do 20Ks on one of those big square crumpets and I'm
Yeah,
fine. Whereas before the 35, I have two of the crumpets. I'm having gels and shit and I'm not fine.
yeah,
So yeah, I think it's a mental block at the moment. I
yeah,
think that's what it is. So I
yeah,
just need to, and then we can do some different runs. I just need to get this done. I
yeah.
just need to get it done because I feel like frustrated to the
Yeah.
bejesus. It's frustrating me. Is it not frustrating
Yes, it
you?
is. So we're heading out for 35 Ks and 2,000 meters of climbing, and we're not coming home until it's done.
That's right. I did offer to Ron that we could do the mega saw, and he quite vehemently vetoed that idea.
Yes, because I mean that's
6Ks.
26 Ks and 2,500 meters of
Yes,
climbing.
yes,
So
and yes, and
yeah,
it's really technical. Like
that's
it's very slow
yeah,
going.
yeah,
So
that's right. So
yeah,
that's a whole other style
yes,
of mountain
that you do not love.
climbing. So I have done it once
Yes,
before,
with
but
me,
yeah, with you. But yeah,
that was enough.
that was enough, and that was well into our
Yes, like
um
we did not struggle
our
nearly
work.
as much with that as
Yeah,
we've struggled with these
yeah,
other runs with way less vert. So
yeah.
That's why it's shitting me. Like to me, it's a mental block, and I need to do this to just, like I said, get that monkey off my back.
Yeah, because the day that I did that Megasaw was the day that you
You did
did
the double mega
the
saw,
quad, yeah, double Megasaw slash quad saw.
quad saw, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
so so
The
um,
dumbest idea of my life. That's what we'll call it.
so yeah, that kind of puts it into perspective.
Yes, yes. All righty.
All
So
right.
what are we talking about
So
today?
what we're talking about today is road running and how it can benefit trail running.
Yes, and why and that trail runners need to run on the
Yeah.
road. I see a lot of those t-shirts. Bitumen is boring, and I hear a lot of trail runners say they only want to train on the trails. They only want to run on the trails. They're trail runners. They'll only want to train on the trails. And we say no to that.
No, no, that's a bad idea.
Yes.
And why is it a bad idea?
Well, because roads give you uninterrupted, consistent terrain. So you can actually build your aerobic power, sustain pace, and efficiency without the terrain dictating effort. Now, look, I love a good hike up a hill as
Mhm.
much as anybody. In fact, I think half the reason I love trail running so much is I get to hike up the hills.
Yeah,
But it is so good for you to be able to just run without having to stop and hike up a hill
yeah,
or, trying to pick your way down a technical descent or something like that. Because exclusively training on trails often leads to sloppy cadence. Like,
mm,
you I always say this to my runners is, you know, we got to keep you training in the trails to keep your fast feet, to keep
yeah,
keep that foot turnover. And you get a poor pace awareness because you don't like pace means nothing on the trails. Inconsistent aerobic load because of course when you can just like do a threshold run and you've got a sustained pace, you just don't get that as much on the trails. Not if you're like if it's easy trails, yeah, but not if you're climbing hills, descending, those sorts of
mm.
things. So then, which means then that you're going to have a ceiling on your speed, and you never get, unless you're actually racing, you never get fully challenged in that for your cardiovascular system.
That's right. And it comes along with knowing your body and knowing how things feel. Like, running up and down hills, it feels great going up, shit coming down, shit going up, to great coming down, depending on who you are and how you
Yeah, yeah,
feel. But it doesn't give you an idea of like what a pace feels like,
yeah.
which is very important, because who wants to do their run staring at their watch to see what pace they're doing?
Well, and also, I mean, pace means nothing on the
Yeah.
trails. And you learn what certain paces feel like as a percentage of your effort as well when you're on the roads and you can look at the pace and then you go, okay, so this is my tempo pace and this is what it feels like. So then you know when you're on the trails, oh, okay, that's what
Mm.
tempo effort feels like
Yeah.
on the trails.
Yeah.
How do you know if you haven't learned that? Then you're just guessing,
That's right. That's
right?
right. I mean, that's why it's always good when you're doing your road workouts that you find your pace, but
Mm,
then stop looking at your watch and work to how that feels,
yeah,
because then that replicates onto a trail. Whereas if you're trying to stick to a certain pace and you're constantly looking at your watch,
yeah,
you don't actually think about how it feels.
no,
So you can't translate that onto trails because if you're running up a douche grade hill, you're not going to be hitting that pace. It's
no,
more about how your body feels.
exactly, exactly. And yeah, it's just you need to run on roads to learn that. And you know, you also develop, like I said, that turnover of your
Mm.
feet, that faster turnover, because your turnover on the trails tends to be slower. It just
Yeah,
is, right? And the only way you're going to run fast on the trails is if you learn to run fast on the roads. And you develop your running economy on the roads, which then translates over to the trails.
that's right. And it's a great workout for your legs
Mm.
as well.
But your
It's
easy runs should be on the road too,
yeah,
but we'll get into that.
yeah, we'll
Sorry.
get into that.
Yeah.
But anyone who's, done, 20, 30 Ks on the road know that, by the time you're finished, your
Oh,
legs are pretty sore.
like even my
Like,
athletes who are training for purely a mountain race, I will pop in the odd road run
mm.
and they've done a 40K trail run the week before and then I get them to do a 25K road run and they go, "Oh my God, that was so much harder. That was so hard."
Yeah,
And I'm like, "I know, right? It's amazing because you're not changing muscle groups as you're going up and down. You're not stopping as much. You're not, it's a lot harder on the body.
Not to mention the mind, because
Yes, yes.
knowing that
That's the
you
worst.
got to maintain that
Yeah,
turnover,
cadence and yeah.
yeah, for the next
And
hour and a half, or
it's not the
yeah,
most beautiful necessarily,
yeah,
like not when you're in the mountains and it's kind of like, oh, you're in nature.
distracted by the view.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if you've got to hit the pavement at the same turnover, same cadence for the next hour and a half, that
yeah,
mentally
yeah, yeah.
can
Way more
be
challenging.
quite challenging. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Another reason is that most ultras have road or fire
Yeah.
road sections.
Hmm.
Like like when I did the Ultra Adelaide, like it started off with a lot of fire road, and then we went on to bitumen road. I mean, we did do a lot of trails as well, but you've got to connect them all. Like there's
Yeah.
nowhere in the world, well, I mean, there is, but not often that you can just do 100 miles or even 50K without any
Yeah.
roads at all, just pure single track. Like it
Mm.
just doesn't happen. So fire roads you want to be able to run fast on because they're pretty akin to a road. Bitumen roads definitely like, and you
Yeah.
need your legs to be used to the hardness of that surface.
Hmm. Hmm.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. It also, trail running creates fitness gaps in that. Oh, well, we've kind of spoken about that, but it puts a ceiling on your speed.
Yeah.
That's the final, I guess, thing to do there. Um, when you're working out on the roads, you're basically getting faster. That's the
Mm.
point of it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it for the workouts. You're not doing it to increase your long distance stamina, if that makes
Well,
sense.
what do you mean?
Well,
No, you are
well, when you're doing one
potentially.
and 2 minute,
Yeah, yeah, when you're doing 1 or 2 minutes.
you
But
know,
I would even get, I mean, I sometimes get my athletes to do threshold runs on trails, but in general, that's really hard for me to, because I don't know their trails necessarily. And, it's harder to do a tempo on a trail when let's say you've got a 500-meter descent. Like, how
yeah,
do you run tempo effort down that without absolutely killing yourself? That it's just, I would still do tempo runs on the roads because you're not just 1 and 2 minute intervals, but it's easier to hold a pace for that long, which boosts that ability to run long on the trails.
mhm,
But yes, definitely for shorter because it's too hard to get up to that kind of speed or effort on the trails. Absolutely. And also, quite frankly, I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't have time on a morning to hit the trails every day.
yeah,
I mean, I do it Wednesday because I can run from home, and I do it Thursday, but it's a pain in the ass having to drive. Like I drive to the trail on the Thursday, like I don't run because I've got all the pack with the waters and all that, and I don't want the run to be too long. But who wants to have to drive? You get up early enough as it is to run. Don't want to add that in. Roads are just easier
yeah,
logistically.
yeah.
Like you can sometimes stop at Listy on the way home, but often you don't because you just couldn't be bothered, right?
Because I've still got to go out of my way to get there.
Yeah,
Plus, it's slower. It's just
yeah,
slower, so it
that's right.
makes it turns an hour long run into an hour and 20 minutes,
Yeah,
an hour and a half, depending
yeah,
on
if you
what
want to
sort of
get the same
climbing I'm doing.
distance,
Yeah,
which is where you can just go for time rather than distance. But we tend to prefer
yeah,
distance, don't we? Like I
yeah,
just prefer it. I like to know
yeah.
what I've
That's
done,
right.
not just, oh, I'm just going out for an hour jiggity jog.
Yeah,
I like to, and then do 9.34 or whatever,
yeah,
I like to know what I'm doing.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it just helps with time wise, you know, knowing that you can just either duck out your door
Yeah.
from home.
Yeah.
Generally people who run regularly have their favorite
Loops and whatnot.
loops, courses, out and backs, whatever.
I don't like having favorite loops and whatnot because then I just compare them.
Yeah.
I
I
just
do, I
I
do,
don't like I struggle with that.
personally, I don't like running the same
Yes, and I get bored as
thing.
batshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't like to run the same
Yeah.
because it's just boring. But also I know what I'm like, and I would end up getting so competitive that I would be sprinting it by the end, and that would be my easy run, and that's just stupid.
Yeah. And as we've spoken about, I don't like an out and back.
No.
I
You've ruined me. Now
I
I have to do loops all the time. I just used to do whatever and
yeah.
I didn't care what it looked like on Strava. Now you've got me with these fucking
It
loops.
has to, and
And it really makes it hard to
it
do a
does. You
run.
can't close the loop,
Oh,
far from it.
yeah.
So
But when I do quality sessions, I just
Yeah.
go run up and down the bike path or with Bellevue. I'm not turning that into a loop.
No.
That's far right, Brussels sprout. So yes, no.
Yeah. So yeah, what else have we got here? We got
I've written
um
some notes, but they're all
yes.
fairly,
Yeah.
fairly same. You know, basically you need roads to get faster and fitter. Like
Yeah.
trails are good for the soul, but they're not always great for getting fitter at. Also, road running, believe it or not, does reduce your injury risk. And
Yeah.
it maybe sounds counterintuitive because it's a harder surface, but you're less likely to twist an ankle, trip
Trip.
over.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Well,
I've been to hospital from times I've tripped over, and cut myself open and had to,
yes,
I've dislocated a shoulder, I cut my hand open, needed stitches. I've
you've also done some damage tripping over on the road as well. So there is
to be
that
fair,
because it's
yes,
you, but
because it's me
yeah.
and I'm unco. But in my defense, it was the middle of the night.
Yes, it was.
But you know, it is more likely to have, and I'm not talking like an overuse injury, but to get injured on the trails because you know, especially for an easy run, like it's sometimes good to do an easy run on the roads and just switch off the
Yeah.
brain. You don't have to concentrate on not tripping over. You don't have to concentrate on not seeing snakes or not getting lost or whatever it is you might be worried about. Um, you just can switch off. Go on the bike path, listen to a pod,
I,
that sort of
yeah,
thing.
I do like to look at the houses,
Yeah, me too.
Actually enjoy running along the
Getting
street,
jealous.
just checking things out,
Yeah.
just
Huh.
not having to watch where I'm putting my feet every
Yeah.
single
Step.
step.
Yep, that's right.
So
Yep. And it's I just think it's good to be not rigid in your thinking and think, oh, I'm a trail runner. I can only run on trails. It's kind of smacks of elitism a little bit to
yeah.
me. Um,
Plus it
and
gets boring
yeah,
because if you're only going to run on trails, most of us, don't have the most extensive trail
yeah,
network
like,
nearby.
we
So
live in an urban
yeah, so
environment,
you're basically,
restricting yourself.
restricting yourself to one or two areas.
Yeah, if I only ran on the trails, I would hate the Dandenongs even
Yeah,
more than I do now.
yeah,
I don't hate them. I just, am bored of them. And I think that might be part of my 35K
yeah,
run difficulties is because I want to go run in the Canadian Rockies and not Mount Dandenong.
yeah. So I was actually trying to do a bit of a map for where we are going to run tomorrow, and I do struggle when we're doing the Dandenongs because I'm kind of going, oh, but we did this last week, and no, we did
Oh,
this
I
the week
hate that
before,
hill.
and yeah.
And
So
he's got us going up Glasgow or the Scar or whatever you want to
it's
call
been a
it.
while since we've been up there.
Oh, it hasn't been long enough though.
Yeah, and then we might pop over to the Sylvan side
Oh, I don't like that side either.
because you've got to run so much further to get
Yes.
there.
Oh, I see. I'm already dreading the
Yeah, that's
run.
right. The
Oh,
whinging started already.
it's
And
already
it's the
started.
same day.
Oh, but you can bet if I said 35 Ks on the road, oh my God, I'd probably whinge more.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what it is at the moment with long runs. I need something to motivate me,
You
Ron. I
do,
need a
you do.
motivation.
You need maybe
A
a
race.
race. Maybe
Yes.
you should apply for a race.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really need a race motivation. I need to lock in a
Lock
race.
in a race. That's right.
Lock it in, Eddie. I wish I could.
Yeah.
So,
Certainly, if wishes could become true, then you'd be right. But
yes,
unfortunately, it needs a little bit more than that.
yes, it does. I know it needs positive thinking
Yeah,
and mantras, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it does. It does. And endless checking of pages.
Yes, anyway. Let's not make it too obvious, shall we? Yes, it's
Yes,
Buffalo Stampede we're talking
yes, it
about. That's
is.
right.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And Bogong to Hotham.
Oh yeah, shit, I better enter that. Just haven't got any money, so that's on the back burner for a while. That'll be
Yeah.
a last minute entry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Anyway, enough about me.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll focus on the on all the climbing that we're doing for no particular reason at all, just because we like to climb hills.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Which really makes it hard to be
It
motivated.
makes it hard to be motivated at the moment. Yes, yes. What else did I say today? Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Anyway, I also said, that the best trail runners do train on the roads. Like,
yeah,
Killian, Courtney, whatever, they train on the roads too. They don't just train on the trails. I know because I asked them. I just
yeah,
sent them a text, said, "Do you train on the roads?" And they went, "Yeah."
yeah, all the time.
Then they blocked me because who the hell is that crazy woman?
She care where I run.
Yeah, she's stalking me. No, I
Yeah.
didn't really text them. Obviously, I can't text those countries from my phone.
No, message. It was a WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp. That's right. They all use WhatsApp, not
Yeah,
Facebook Messenger like us in Australia. Anyway,
yeah. So the bottom line is, don't neglect the roads. They have a
don't
lot to offer.
poo-poo the roads.
Yeah, they have a lot to offer
They
to your
do.
running, both in pace, consistency, and body awareness.
Yeah.
So yes, trails are great, and we love trails, and we
Mhm.
spend as much time as possible on the trails. But
Yeah, like at the moment, I'm doing 4 runs a week on the
yeah,
trails
but
out of
don't,
6. So
yeah,
really, I'm only doing 2 road runs. So who
yeah,
am I to tell them what to do?
yeah, that's right.
But normally I would do 5 to 6,
Yeah,
yeah, five, no, 4 to 5 runs on
yeah,
the road.
that's right.
Yeah.
And I do same four, three,
Yeah.
3 to 4, depending on what I do on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, then you would only do 2 on the trails.
Monday, Tuesday, and
Oh, on the
Thursday.
roads, you mean on the
Yeah,
roads?
yeah,
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 on the
yeah.
roads.
Okay, so
Yeah, because we were talking about road running. So
yeah, I know, I'm getting confuddled. I'm tired. Do you know
so
why I'm tired? Do you want me to tell you why I'm tired?
why are you tired?
Because I had this dream last night. Um, that I was teaching, and I was at this school that I don't know go to a lot. I don't know what school it was. It was just a school I'm not at a lot,
Hmm.
and I couldn't find the toilet.
Oh no.
And I'm searching everywhere, and I knew I had a class to get to, and I knew the kids would be waiting at the classroom. And everywhere I looked, and I couldn't find the toilet, and I'm like, oh my God, it's been like 10 minutes. And the teacher who organizes the relief teacher was like, she walked past me and go, "Where are you meant to be?" And I'm like, "I'm just going to the class." And I was lying because I was still looking for the toilet. And then I woke up because I was busting. And then I went to the toilet for the 6 millionth time. And then I couldn't get back to sleep for ages. Ages.
All I can say is thank God you didn't find the toilet in your dream,
I
because then you might have wet the bed.
might have. You never know. Yes, so I never found that toilet.
Uh,
But I did wake you up the other night, didn't I?
yes, you did. By well, I can't.
I
What was
said
it
get
again?
stuffed, didn't I? Which
Yes.
is really weird because that's not my kind of
No, no,
language.
no. That's
And I screamed it. I woke myself up yelling so loud.
yeah. But that's what kind of made me remember it and think about it, was
Mm.
because it wasn't your normal language,
No,
especially when you
get
talk
stuffed.
and when you talk in your sleep.
Yeah, I normally swear in my sleep.
You normally swear in your sleep.
I tell you,
I'm
I'm
sure
like, get
everyone's
fucked. And
I'm sure everyone's surprised to hear
yeah.
that.
But no, I said, get stuck. I'm surprised. I'm,
Uh,
I'm like, really? Are you sure that was
yeah.
me?
And like I say, she yelled it. She
I
didn't
yelled
say
it
it.
so loud because, like I said, it woke me up. It gave me an absolute heart
Yeah.
attack. Yeah, ooh, the frustration levels must have been high
Anyway.
in that dream. Yes, I have a lot of aggressive dreams, don't I?
You
When I
do.
yell in anger.
Yeah.
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 I do remember one dream where you said that I told you to stop eating all the chocolate.
Once
I just
again,
talked that, not yelled at me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Once again, you shouted at me.
No, I
No, you didn't.
didn't.
No.
Not in that one. I just said, Ron, stop eating all the chocolate.
And as if you say that normally, you say, can you eat all the chocolate
Oh
so
no,
I
because
don't
I
eat
don't eat it.
chocolate?
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah. And
So,
you're like, you're normally like, okay, I'll
like,
sacrifice myself for
more
you.
chocolate if I have
Yeah, that's right.
to.
All right, now we had a couple of questions on the YouTubigus. So let me, as I'm pretending to talk, actually find these comments. We watched a show on Prime because we've cancelled Netflix because it's just a waste. It's boring.
Yeah,
And it was Day of the Triffids,
yeah,
and which I love John Wyndham. That's the author. I've read all his books. This was a series, 2-part series,
yeah,
so essentially a movie, broken up. Um, that took a lot of liberties with the story. It was a bit shit,
yes.
but
I
anyway,
think I think mostly the story or the movie was based on a story by the fact that it had Triffids in it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And but Eddie Izzard was in it.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Ron, oh, did you know that Eddie Izzard did all this running? And he did some yeah, we're gonna have to look into it. Like
Yeah.
he did all this running. What was it? He was running a marathon a day, or 6 days a week, because I think he went to church on a Sunday or something for weeks on end. I
Mm.
can't remember. Anyway, we'll have to look into it. He's a bit of a strange one, old Eddie,
Yes,
because
he
he
is a
often
strange
wears
cat.
makeup and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, got to stop watching Eddie Izzard videos. Right, click that off. What was a question here? Oh, supposedly, let me get to you. Andrew Wallace reckons that he inhaled heaps of flying protein as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Yep.
Blind Creek trial that Sunday. And he's going to start playing with easy strides this week.
Hmm.
So good for you.
Yeah.
I would thought and he asked, how steep a hill do you feel hill work should be done on? 5, 10, 20%. Right. So, and I've replied to him already, but I'll say it here because it's a good question that people
Yeah.
would probably want to know. It depends. There we go. No, next question. No. Um, no, it depends on what workout you're doing. Like when I talk about doing my short hill sprints on Piggy Hill would be what, 15,
Yeah,
20%?
it would.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's for the short 15-second ones. And by God, that's a killer.
Yeah.
For the long 3.5K run up Bellevue, that's about, and when I used to do 3-minute intervals hard up Basin Linda, that was probably less than 5%. That's probably
Yeah.
3 to 4%.
Yeah.
So if you're doing VO2 style intervals uphill, about 3 to 4% is fine. For Bellevue, I want it steeper because I'm trying to train for steeper stuff. So that's more like 10%.
Yeah.
Where it gets flatter, it's more like
It's
5%.
a bit undulating, but
And
yeah,
yeah, so it's 10 to 15%. Um,
in the
some,
steep
yeah, but
sections.
mainly probably around 10%.
Yeah.
5 to 10%.
Hmm.
Some of the steeper sections might be more, the less steep sections would be more like 6%,
Yeah.
5 to 6%, right? But it's good because it teaches your body to do different, gradients. But
Yeah.
definitely if you're doing like 3-minute uphill VO2, people think that when you're doing the 3-minute intervals, that should be up a steep hill. No, 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 no. That should be up an incline.
Yeah.
The only time you go up a hill really super steep as possible is with the 15-second hill sprints.
Yeah.
For what I'm doing with the hiking, you want it to be steep, but more so that you can hike. You hike the super steep bits, but that you should be able to run some of it,
Hmm.
right? Okay, so that's that question. Oh, bugger. There was another question. So Kerry asks, Stairmaster that you touched on, see that you did. She's obviously seen my socials or maybe my Strava that I did an hour on Monday because she gives me some
Yeah.
59Ks or something. Is it a good idea to do social media? Stairmaster, I normally write SM as social media. To do Stairmaster as a session on its own. Oh, I didn't answer that one for her. I forgot that bit. I didn't read that bit. But yeah, yes, I did it as a session on its own, and you would. I was planning on doing Stairmaster session for 30 minutes last night after weights, but I was fucked.
Yeah.
And I figured 1.5 times up Bellevue was enough. Hold on or not. And I've said, don't hold on. Like I used to hold on and I used to make it turn over faster. And I thought I was working, but no, all I was doing was cheating. Right. And so I've slowed it right down and I walk. Okay. And I'm just stepping. If you've never done Stairmaster, then, which Kerry hasn't, then introduce it slowly. Like before that 1 hour session, I did do a half an hour session. Mind you, I was a little bit under the pump to get good at it
Yeah.
because I was meeting a friend and she wanted to do an hour and a half. And I said, I can't, an hour. So I managed to talk her down to an hour. Normally I wouldn't suggest such a big jump so quick, but I wanted to do it with a friend. So, but I would do that as a session on its own and I would wear, I mean, like I wore a 5 kilo pack for the first 15 minutes. I want to build that up and wear it for longer until I'm wearing it for the full hour. Yeah, and then I might look at going for longer, but we'll see. We'll see what happens,
Yeah.
what I decide to do race-wise. And interesting about taking your own water in drop bags. And I know Kerry sometimes has stomach issues. So if you do ever have stomach issues, what you've got to do is reduce the chance of anything that could harm your stomach. And that includes water because you just don't know A, how clean their containers are. Oh, like have they scrubbed inside those containers
If
or is
they
there
only use
fucking
those
mold?
containers once a year, if
And
it's
then
a
they
sort of,
close them
yeah,
up.
it's a
Oh,
sort of race that only happens once a year. They only use those, and so they either leave them, in a garage somewhere all
where are
year
the
round,
spiders and
or
shit?
they bring them out and they flush them out with chlorine or something.
Would they
Yes,
chlorine?
yes, something like
Ugh.
that, to give
Ugh.
them a good clean to get out all those germs. And yeah, so you
I
basically,
think I'd rather the germs than the chlorine, quite frankly.
yeah, so
Either way, they're gross, is what we're getting at. And also tap water, it can be so varied depending on where you go. Like I used to go down to my sister's place down at Crib Point many years ago, and it smelt like the bloody Doncaster pools, right? When she turned on the tap. Um, Whereas where I lived wasn't as bad. But even though I've commented to you, and I think I said it on the pod last week, that I think they've upped the chlorine in our area because I
yeah,
can really smell it now. And that's why I've now gone cask water. We get these casks with no fluoride, no chlorine, none of that shit. You got to remember, everyone, that I was over 20, around over 20 years on tank water where I didn't have any of those chemicals. And no, those chemicals just really upset my stomach. So you've got to reduce anything that could possibly upset your stomach, and that includes the water. Unless they're, giving you proper clean water, just reduce the risk. You just don't know.
yeah, that's right. You
You
don't know.
just don't know. Water, everything's water. Water's all good. But yeah, but what do you think happens? Like, I'm not saying we're like barley, but you know, um, barley belly comes from water.
Yeah,
Like water can hold a lot of germs and be really gross. And sure, we don't have, that kind of water, but
there's still plenty of
yeah,
stuff in it.
yeah, and a shit ton of chemicals.
Yeah.
So, you want to reduce the chemical load on your body during an ultra, you got to save it for the Coke
The
and all
Coke
the
and the gel,
shit
the
food.
Coke and the gels, that's
Yeah, the
chemical
gels and
here
because
before.
can you imagine the gels, the Coke, and then you're pumping your body full of chlorine and fluoride and oh,
And there's a lot of people that, don't drink Coke unless they're in a race, look,
that's me. I
yeah.
never drink Coke
So,
unless it's in a race. As
you're
it is, your
shocking for
body's shocked already.
that.
Yeah. And then if I tried to add chemical water to the mix, oh, I'd be screwed. Well, I am. That's why I mean, I've gotten diarrhea from just drinking tap water.
Mm.
So no for me, but yes. So if you do have stomach issues, that's just one more thing that you can control. You want to be able to control everything. When you get a lot of stomach issues, like me, and I think Kerry, you want to control all the controllables, and water is one of them.
Yep.
So,
We found over the years, that,
it's just safer for me.
having water or fresh water at drop bags, if there's crew involved, whatever, it's actually not that hard. We've
No,
managed to get,
yeah.
you know, get
But
it into
it is
racing.
particularly why I do like the Sean Kessler races because he
Yeah,
does have bottled water.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like his races for that
Mm.
reason.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many reasons why I like his races, and I like Sean. I like Sean. I like the races. I like everything, and then I like the bottled water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we like to do his
Yeah.
races, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a couple of questions on YouTube that
Yep.
we got. So thanks, Andrew and Kerry.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think
Anything else?
no, I think we're coming grinding to a halt now. So,
Yes, yes. So it's so yeah, we're doing a run tomorrow. It's GSER the weekend after. Is there races on this weekend? Well,
well,
at the moment
yes,
is
at the
Coast
current
to
moment, yeah.
Cosy, yes. And one of my athletes is doing Coast to Cosy, but a few other people are too. So I'm getting lots of updates from his crew on how he's going. I've got on Sunday, I've got a yin yoga and sound bath experience.
Oh, sounds fantastic.
Yes, it's meant to be blissful. I'll be the judge of that. I'll
Uh,
probably get fucking antsy, and get bored.
uh,
As long as I don't fall asleep and yell at anybody.
yeah. That'll,
That's
that'll
always an option.
that'll raise
Yeah.
the comfort levels in the class.
Yes, or
Someone's
discomfort. So I've got that on Sunday for 2 hours. So you can get to watch your shit TV for
there.
2 hours that
Yeah.
you enjoy, like football and other crap.
Yes. sport in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, sport.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't watch sport. We
no.
do sport.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and when I say do sport, run. That's all I do. I don't do any other sports.
No,
Um,
we haven't taken up tennis or anything.
no, God, Jesus Christ, I've tried. No, that's terrible. All right. Anything else you wanted to talk
No,
about? We're not going to be anywhere for people to say howdy doody. We did
no.
see someone on the trails and they said they liked the pod, didn't they? I vaguely remember that was a
Yes.
few weeks ago when we were with Maria on the long run.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about
yeah.
that. Um,
We didn't catch a name or anything.
nah. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I think that's it. I think now we're just starting to waffle and
we
talk
are.
for the sake of talking and
That's right. It's time to sign off when we start
yeah,
doing that,
yeah.
which is fairly often.
All right, well, thank you for joining
Uh,
us. Oh, and I have already decided what we're talking about next week.
oh, okay.
Active recovery versus passive recovery.
Right. Yes.
All right,
That's a
so
big one.
it is a big one.
Yes.
So,
Some
all
very
righty.
very important talking points on that. So
Yes,
if
there are. It's
listen,
actually a really important one. This one wasn't as good as I kind of thought it was because basically there's only 1 or 2 points and then you've kind of said it all.
yeah, we had to string it out.
Yeah.
So sorry if we bored you.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, all
I'm
righty.
sure you've been entertained by Isabel's stories of talking in her sleep.
Yes, that's right. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear about that? And my dreams about trying to find a
Yeah.
toilet. All righty.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.